All right, this is going to be one of those videos where I sound like a grumpy old man. I'm going to share a really simple success secret with you, and that's just to show up on time. If you have a meeting scheduled with someone, if you have a call scheduled with someone, if you have whatever, like anything scheduled with anybody, show up on time. Show up maybe a little bit early. If you're not going to make it on time, send them a note a little bit ahead of time and give them actually send them a note 24 hours ahead of time, preferably, and give them the courtesy of letting them know that you can't show up on time. It's really ridiculous. I had a call scheduled, and this was somebody who, appealed to me to ask me to do some work with them. And I thought that they probably weren't actually a fit. I thought that they weren't going to be a fit, but I decided to let them schedule a call anyway. Just thinking, okay, maybe I can give them some value on the call, and then I'll just let it be at that. And so I got on, it was pre-scheduled in advance. There's email notifications that go out that are like reminders that this call is going on, that this call is scheduled. I get them, they get them, and I show up. I show up on the call, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Now, I really value my time, and I have a to-do list that's way longer than the day is long. And so while I was waiting, I was still finding ways to be productive here and there, little things. But my frustration grows the longer that I'm sitting there having the scheduled call, the person not being there for their scheduled call. The more I'm growing frustrated at them for what is perceived to me as being wasting my time. And so eventually, after 15 minutes, I just hang up. And then actually I get a notification from Zoom 3 minutes later that the person logged on. So they were 18 minutes late. And at that point, I have absolutely no interest. Any generosity that I felt with my time as far as giving time to this person to discuss the working arrangement that we could have come up with, or whatever, it was immediately invalidated, because to me that act, I value my time at a really high level, and I show up. Actually, I get a hard time from my coach when I show up for our weekly meeting 30 seconds late, because we are both so consistent with this. And when we work with high performers, me working with high performing top direct marketers as clients, him working with high level entrepreneurs as clients, everybody that we surround ourselves with has an incredible amount of value for their own time. And when they have an incredible amount of value for their own time, it is absolutely reflected in how they treat all of their business associates or connections or relationships time as well. So if I value my time, I'm going to show up on time for my meeting with you, because that, by valuing time, I value everybody's time. And I don't like to waste time. I don't like I don't like meetings being missed and then rescheduled. All of these things are so frustrating to me. And I'm not the only one. And honestly, you could have incredible skill, incredible value to bring. You could have just whatever value proposition that you're putting out there for potential clients. If you're not showing up for meetings on time, you are going to fail. If you're not showing up for scheduled phone calls on time, you're going to fail. And, these things, it's such a little thing. It's such a little thing, but it's also gigantic. And I know that there are so many people who are very quick to judge you, including me, if you miss the meeting, if you show up late. And And in those moments, it's like, it's no wonder you're struggling. If you can't put something on your calendar and do everything it takes to achieve just showing up on time, it's no wonder you would struggle with anything else, right? And I don't like, your calendar doesn't have to be some fancy Google Calendar, email notifications, or some other like paid calendar or whatever. It could be a piece of paper that you track your day's schedule on. It doesn't have to be something fancy. What has to happen is you have to use it, and you have to use it in order to show up on time. And these things, like every little thing like that, it adds up, and it represents how seriously you're taking life, and how seriously you're taking success, and how seriously you're taking your commitments to others, and how seriously you're taking your commitments to yourself. And if you can't show up on time for those things, like, then people are not going to take you seriously either. And so it's, this is something that I certainly sound like a grumpy old man when I talk about this. And I recognize that. But listen, I have ADHD. I was diagnosed ADHD inattentive. My body may not jump all over the place, bounce off the walls, whatever, but my brain is doing it all the time. And it's hard for me to focus. I ended up like, if a subject excited me in school, I ended up doing great in it because it excited me. But as soon as I found a subject that wasn't exciting to me, what would happen is I would be failing all throughout the semester. And then at the very end, I put in whatever work was required to like pull out a C, right? Like bare minimum required. And so like I was a mess, but I learned that that's not acceptable. Like that's not how you behave in the world. And so I learned how to do things like show up on time for meetings, show up on time, show up on time for classes, show up on time for assignments, show up on time for whatever. Like you figure out how to do it. And if for you, it requires some over the top level of reminder, like for me, I get email reminders of things that I need to do. I often, I actually set up for my clients. I set up, if you schedule a call with me, you're going to get a reminder, usually a day before plus an hour before. And so there's very little excuse to miss these calls or even to show up late, because I value my time and I value your time. And if we're going to hold time as something valuable, every little moment and decision and commitment that we make regarding scheduling has to be honored. I don't know. What do you think? I know that there are people who succeed in spite of this, but I do know that most people who are successful in, by lots of measurements, including financial success, really do protect their time, and they protect other people's time. And one of the major ways that is done on like a day-to-day basis is by showing up on time for meetings. So what do you think? Leave your comment. Let me know. If you agree or you disagree, but you thought this content was good, click that like button so the magical algorithms of the internet will know to give you more content like this and to share it with people who are like you. You can also share it yourself, maybe with people who you would like to give a gentle reminder to of the value of showing up on time. And if you found this content valuable, certainly subscribe on a regular basis. I post content here about marketing, copywriting, business building, selling, direct response, personal development, and some time management and productivity and organization stuff too. So you can subscribe here. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com for my daily emails Monday through Friday about those same topics. Again, my name is Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Next time you have something to a meeting to go to, or a call, or anything scheduled, how about you show up on time? Honor your own time and honor the time of the people who you are having that meeting with. Again, my name is Roy Furr. I hope you found this valuable, and I look forward to seeing you again in your next video. I'll see you soon. Bye.